putting some excuses like, no, I could never do it?
I would say to people questioning this lifestyle is my name is Sita, I'm 39, and I'm from Long Island, New York.
And are you full-time or part-time?
Full-time. I've been living the van life about almost 2 months now.
And who are you traveling with, and what's your status, like dating-wise?
I am traveling with my 16-year-old dog and my 1-year-old kitten, and I am very single. So I got started in this lifestyle. I moved into an RV with my boyfriend. We got on the road. It only lasted about 2 months, broke up, came back to San Diego, and then I had sold everything, furniture, bed, kitchen stuff, everything. So I was like, all right, am I gonna go back to an apartment, buy everything again, spend so much on rent, or I wanna continue this nomad lifestyle, and I bought a van, and here we are.
Have you always had a nomadic spirit, or was it kind of a new thing?
I've always wanted to do something like this, be just traveling full time, live in a van or RV or something like that, but just be doing something off the grid. I've always wanted to just be like out there doing something different and cool.
When you and your boyfriend broke up, was there ever a moment where you were like, oh, now I can't do it?
When we broke up, I needed to take some time to think about what I wanted to do, but I knew pretty quickly that I could do the van life, and I decided pretty quickly that I wanted to do it, yeah.
How did you choose this vehicle, or did the vehicle choose you?
I chose this van because I wanted something small. I would have loved like a big Sprinter or something, but I just felt like for my first one, I wanted it to be easier for me to manage, less things that could go wrong if it's small, and easier to park, more stealth, all those things. So when I was looking, I found this one. It had what I wanted. I didn't want to gut something completely. It already had the floors done and the bed frame in. I figured that was a good starting point to go from there with the build.
And that leads me to my next question. Is it custom or DIY? And did you have any help doing some of the DIYs if you did?
So this build is DIY, but I definitely had help. I'm not going to claim that I did this all by myself. I had good friends and people around me help me, and it's still a work in progress, but yeah, I had help.
What was the cost of the van and the cost of the build?
The cost of the van was $8,000. It had about 111,000 miles on it, and I've put in, I think, 4 to 5 grand into it by now. Still not done.
What year is this van?
It's a 1998 Chevy Gladiator. My van's name is Sage. The reason I named my van Sage is because I was reading Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life by Wayne Dyer, and it's all about the Tao Te Ching. And when I got the van, the sage is someone who practices the Tao and like lives their life based on that, being like spiritual, good person, all this hippie stuff, and it felt right. It like kind of went together, and I like that the van is green and like sage green, so I kind of went with that too, and it all just kind of made sense, I guess.
Since you live in this van full time, what do you do for work, and how do you stay on the road just living in your van doing this full time?
So I wouldn't say I'm technically like on the road yet. I take short little trips, but I stay in San Diego because I actually do have a job here, a physical job. I'm a nanny part-time, so I work a couple days a week with that, and then the other part of the week I'll either be like still working on the van or taking little short trips around here.
Do your employers know what you're doing?
My employers do not know I live in a van. No, I never disclosed that.
Do you think they would think it's weird? Or
I think people don't know what to think of it if they've never even considered it. I think it's easy to judge this lifestyle, so it's kind of, it's like you're hesitant to talk about it or admit it. I don't think they'd be like, oh, you can't watch my kid anymore, but I'm just like, I'd just rather not. People don't understand. People look down on things they don't understand.
On a similar note, what was the reaction from friends and family?
My friends and family weren't surprised, really, because I've always kind of been like a free spirit. I've never had conventional real lifestyle, or this is not something that was out of the norm for me. People were not too surprised at all, especially because I came from living in an RV with my ex. Some people were like, oh my God, you're crazy, especially to do it alone, but still they weren't that surprised from me. You
talked about that you have a dog and a cat. So can you tell me how it's been living in a vehicle with not only just one pet, but 2 pets?
A lot. Living with pets in a van it's already hard work in here every day, the shifting and the moving around. With pets, 2 pets, It's a lot. My dog is 16, so he just in general already needs a lot of care. And then my cat, she likes to bolt out every chance she gets, and so that's just constantly that I have to like worry about, especially when I have 4 exit strategies for her. Then there's also when I leave for work, I wouldn't leave them in here. It gets so hot in here during the day. My mom also lives in San Diego, so I drop my pets with her when I go to work all day. It's just a lot of extra work.
When you're taking these short trips, do you take your pets with you?
I bring my pets, yeah.
And how do you handle going to like the grocery store or hiking that maybe some places don't allow pets?
So on my short trip so far, I've only gone places where if I'm going to hang out somewhere all day, I can bring my pets with me. I can't do any like hiking or anything like that yet. My dog, being as old as he is, can't really move around much at all anymore. And so like once he passes, that's when I'll be able to really explore and do stuff. But when I need to go to like the grocery store or run errands, I'll try to at least like park in the shade, turn all the fans on for them, and just make it as quick as possible and get back in here. I never leave them for too long.
Have you tried dating while living in a van? And if so, has there been a reaction when you tell that person you live in a van?
I have not tried dating yet. I haven't met anybody new in this, no. So I haven't actually ever had to have that conversation yet where I meet somebody and have to be like, oh, I live in a van. And if I do meet people, it's actually when I'm in it already and I'm just sitting outside, hanging out, and I like make friends or meet people that way. So I'm already in it. So I don't know what to expect with that. I don't know how that's going to go.
So you've been doing this for kind of a short time, but you also lived in an RV. What would you say you've learned about yourself in this time of trying this kind of lifestyle?
I think I can handle more than I thought, maybe. As much as it's difficult to do the things every day, I can handle it. Maybe I thought originally that it would just be like too much work, or that I'd want to be like lazy, which of course you want to be like lazy sometimes, but I find myself stepping up and doing what I need to do. So I've learned that I can just adapt pretty well and just make the lifestyle work no matter what.
And what's your thoughts on fear? Are you a person that your first thought is fear, or
no.
do you like go and you're like, I'm going to do it, I don't
Yeah,
care?
I think actually that might be one of my flaws in a way, that I don't really take fear into consideration. I'm just like, well, let's just do it and see what happens and just like wing it. That might bite me in the butt sometimes, but yeah, I kind of generally just like go for it, whether maybe it's a smart idea or not. So fear doesn't really play a role in a lot of my decisions.
In your travels, have you had any like breathtaking moments or moments that made you think, oh, this is exactly what I was going for?
Yeah, last week I just I woke up one morning and I was like, you know what, I'm going to drive up north a little bit today. I didn't go too far. I just wanted to go up to Orange County. So I had to be back 2 days later for work anyway. So I drove up and I didn't know where I was going to end up, but I was just driving along the 5 and then on the Pacific Coast Highway, just getting close to like the beach and trying to find somewhere to park as close to the beach as possible and just be able to chill. And I ended up finding this area in Dana Point that you just pull up, and I just backed into it from the parking lot, sand, ocean, and I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. I'm literally like opening my back door and I'm stepping in sand and I'm on the beach. Like, it does not get better than this. And it wasn't crowded. There was like nobody there, and just sitting on my bed. And I'm like, wow, this is oceanfront property right now. Like, I've made it. I have oceanfront property. And I was just able to just hang out and listen to the waves crash and be in my home and on this beautiful beach for 2 days. It was amazing.
Do you mostly cook in your van, or do you mostly eat out?
So cooking in here is very difficult because I don't have a sink yet, and that's something that I'm still working, that needs to happen. So I have a little like one hot plate propane thing. I've just been keeping it really, really simple because not having a sink, I can't wash dishes. I get a pot dirty. I'm just like swishing water around and like wiping it, and it just can't get clean. And so I've been not eating as healthy as I would like. And I haven't been eating out necessarily, but I'm eating just really basic.
Do you drink coffee?
Yes.
Okay. Do you prefer hot or iced?
Hot.
Oh, okay. All the time?
Always.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. It doesn't matter the temperature out. Hot.
Oh, all right.
Always.
Booth or table?
Booth.
Okay, yes. We're going to be friends. It's always booth. Favorite season?
Summer.
Favorite candy?
Skittles.
Oh, that's a twist. I like
Is
that.
it? Okay.
Tacos or pizza?
Pizza.
Oh.
Only New York though.
Oh.
Pizza around here, not good. It's gotta be New York pizza. I guess here, tacos,
All right.
but good pizza.
Mm.
Good New York pizza.
Both are delicious. I know it's hard when you're a nomad or you're just getting into this lifestyle, but what are your future plans? Do you consider yourself to be doing this for long term, or is this like a short term thing?
I don't know what the future holds for me in here. I'm not really thinking about that so much. Kind of living day by day and just accepting and surrendering to what may happen. I have absolutely no idea. And I'm okay with it. Like, I'm not nervous. I'm like, we'll see what happens. I could be in here for a few months. I could be in here for a few years. I really have no idea. I have no idea.
Since you've been doing this for such a short time and you kind of just got started, you're in a great position to share this with other women or other people. What would you say to somebody that's maybe considering this lifestyle but might be a little nervous or might be putting some excuses like, no, I could never do it?
I would say to people questioning this lifestyle is just try it. Like, what do you have to lose? Even if you put everything you own, you don't want to get rid of everything, put it in a storage unit, try it out. The worst that happens is that you come out of it with an experience that, first of all, most people don't experience this. Most people don't have the guts to do this. And it's a once in a lifetime experience. And you try it, it's not for you. You can say that you tried it, but at least you know, than to always wonder, oh, maybe I should have done it, or maybe I could have done it, or maybe that would have been really cool or whatever. Just try it. Just try it. There's nothing to lose. Okay, maybe some money, but money you always get back. Just try it. You might love it. And if you don't, there's no like dollar amount you can put on experience. Just do it.
I love that answer. All right, so now that people have seen you and I'm sure they love you, where can they find you moving forward?
So I don't have a YouTube channel yet. It is in the works. I'm trying to come up with the perfect name, but by the time this video comes out, I will have a name, and it's going to be this. I want to encourage people to do this lifestyle and just share any knowledge I have and adventures or cool stuff I do along the way. And on Instagram, you can find me at Sita Gal, and I'll be sharing some stuff there too.
All right, well, thank you, Sita, so much for being on Travel Snacks.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
It's been fun.
And when her channel comes out, I'm positive it's going to be awesome because she's got a lot to share, especially for somebody that's just starting out, because a lot of you are just getting started and a lot of you have a lot of fears, and she's fearless, and so you can learn from that kind of energy. It's going to be in the link in the description when I post this. Also, something really cool is you've just seen this little section of her van, Sage, but the next video is going to be a full van tour, so you can see what it looks like from the outside, all the nitty-gritty, and what she's done in here, and it's going to be a great tour, and I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Take one.
Action.
Action.
Hold on.
Just pretend I'm
Like not here.
standing
Like
here.
you're not there. You're behind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I won't feel bad. I won't think you're ignoring me.
I wanted something small. Let me start that over. I feel like videos, I've said this to you before, where they're like, to build it myself. Like, love to, hang on.
That's okay.
Wait. Okay. Okay. See,
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
I feel like I answered that bad. I don't like.
Cute, cute, cute.
Oh, right.
Being on Travel Snacks,
You're
and
welcome.
it's been great. And I think
Sorry.
Oh.
Nope, sorry. You're welcome. That is so lame. I want to say thanks for having me. Okay.
Okay,
Nope,
I'll do
sorry,
that.
sorry. Yeah, everyone has help.